Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. I just did some rearranging here. Like I changed my lighting, get a better backlight on the green screen, did away with the table altogether, got a different stool. I've got a mic in a different place. I just played like musical chairs, but instead with studio equipment. So that's what we're doing today. This is kind of a test run. The video that I want to talk about in the studio, oh gosh. Is it bad that I edit so many videos that I can't even remember which one that I'm fixing to talk about? Oh yeah, I flew through some wake, like a crop duster's wake. There were 3 ag planes out there flying around. These guys were applicating fertilizer, it turned out. I talked to them afterwards. I flew over there and made sure that they were good for it, gave them the thumbs up, made sure that they saw me and what I was doing and where we were set up. I did some training with a student. I got a student a flight and he got a little nervous because they showed up and decided to start operations, so he wanted to land and get out of there. I had done a flight before everybody got there. That was in a previous video. Retrimming the Xeno. Yeah, that's what it was. I'd retrim the Xeno and did a test flight, did some thermaling, just messed around a little bit that day. And then this is the flight that happened later on. I hooked up the Atom 80 to the Hadron XX. It's going to be kind of a long cut here at the beginning, at the launch. I'm not going to cut it so that you can kind of get a sense of the timing that I got whenever I was ready to go. I knew this guy had just taken off, and I knew that his wake would have been mildly negated because the way wake turbulence works is they have to be lifting to generate a wake vortex. Until they get off the ground, you don't really count anywhere that they've taxied on the ground as wake vortex generation. But obviously he had lifted off the ground a little sooner than I thought, and so I kind of miscalculated like where it was at. The winds were light, they were in my face. What happened was that I cleared a little hill. I just about got to launch speed. I cleared this little hill and I immediately took a dive down the hill and landed. When I should have been flying, I wasn't registering like wake turbulence caution because I figured it was on past me. When I took off, I immediately just felt like immediate sink. I flared it out and I kind of stepped it out, and at the same time I killed the motor. I didn't want to continue like maybe the prop had fallen off or something. I didn't know. As soon as I landed, I felt the wing, lift back up, and it was hitting the other side of that wake. Got a neat picture right here that you can kind of see. You go up and then you got this dip and then you go back down. I went probably into the dip, and then when I landed I hit this other side and came back up. That's kind of a neat illustration there. That's basically what happened. I caught the very first bit of this wake. Now, just something to be said for safety and operating around a bunch of airplanes at an airport. Big airplanes like this, these are no joke. These things fully loaded, I don't know what they weigh, but it's a lot more than a regular airplane. But these planes are made specifically to carry a lot of weight. The heavier the plane, the bigger the wake vortex, and that's something that goes back to my airplane experience. So I know that these things can throw off a nasty wake. You should probably even avoid it with a similar sized airplane because it would be nasty in something even like that. Paraglider don't stand much of a chance with any wake vortex from any fixed wing aircraft. It would probably wreck your glider pretty bad if you hit it like right on at the worst possible way. I'm looking out for that. I'm thinking about where they've been, where they've going, where the wakes may be. And these guys were coming in and out of the south end of the field. They were real cool. They knew what we were doing. They wanted to stay out of our way. We want to stay out of their way. Obviously, they have the right of way. So I just kind of loitered down at the end of the field where they were filling them up. And the way ag planes usually do it anyway is they come in and then turn around and go out. They don't really care much about wind direction. They want to be fast and efficient and get the job turned around quick. So that means coming in one way, loading up, and then immediately bailing out the other way. I've never seen them operate any other way where they taxi back down the runway and then take off into the wind. Nah, man, these guys are just jamming in and out of there. Tailwind, headwind, doesn't matter. They do what needs to be done to save fuel costs. The more money they waste sitting on the runway or taxiing or burning jet fuel, that's money that comes out of the bottom line, basically. Again, we don't want to hold them up ever for any reason, especially an application operation such as that. The occasional joyrider in an airplane might wait. If they see you flying around, they might go somewhere else or do another lap. It's not that big of a deal for those guys. I don't think I did get any video. The next day or two I was out there, and these guys actually came over and talked to me. I think they want to sign up. I asked them if they was having fun, and They were like, not as much as you guys, because I got to play around in some stronger winds in front of them the next day. I was landing out in front of them and watching them fill their hoppers up, and then I'd take back off. I don't think I recorded any of that. I think the cars were full. I had students on the field, and I was focused on doing some training. That's just how cool pilots are, man. They see you flying around. They don't care if what you're flying. I mean, I think they were about ready to sign up if they didn't have to travel to some other part of the country. But that's what they do. They travel around to where stuff needs to be fertilized, applicated. I'm not sure about the whole vocabulary with what they do. They really enjoyed checking it out. I did a demo for them, showed them what was up. It's pretty neat. I enjoy flying just to fly. They're flying because they have to fly. So totally different, mindset when it comes to those guys and what they're doing. But yeah, should you find yourself at an airport and there's planes coming in and out everywhere, try to form some sort of a communication with them. Primarily, that's probably the biggest thing, is just to go talk to them. Hey, what are y'all doing? Where y'all going? How long's the turnaround? Get some intel. That way you kind of know what's going on. And I don't vlog a lot in this video because I'm focused on avoiding air traffic and wake turbulence. So yeah, stay out of the way. Watch out for what the wind's doing. Fly safe, guys. So we got airplane. Good. Let's see if this little Automatic will push this Hadron XX up into the air. I know that jet turbo prop will. All right, we got wind, got traffic. Make sure we got full power. There it is. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Maybe not. Huh. I think I hit the rotor off of that fucking airplane, man. Did you see me sink out? Yeah. As soon as I landed, it popped back up, but I'd already given up at that point. I flew into that wake turbulence. That's fucking cool, I guess. See, I guess I did have my camera on. Okay, that's cool. If it say that shit wouldn't have happened if I had the camera off. All right, let's try that again. Didn't work. Got to run like the dickens to get this thing off the ground. That's all good too. Be taxiing as fast as I'm flying. Got to hold a little more throttle with this wing than I did with the Xeno. Come on! Oh, I just remembered that my camera's on. I could actually vlog if I halfway thought about it. I was going to taxi next to this dude. Be back taxiing on the runway. See if I can match his speed, huh? I could let my trims out and go faster.
I don't know if this motor could handle it or not. There's some pretty rough air right here about treetop level. Okay, there's incoming. Well, that could be outgoing. Yeah, let's let the trims out. Speed, baby, speed. Throwing some kind of grain or something. Cool. There he is. Which means his wake turbulence is somewhere right out here. Pull these trimmers in. There we go. Want to loiter around out here, out of their way. Let them get in and out and do their shenanigans. I can feel the thrust. Woo! I smell jet fuel. That means I was pretty close to the exhaust. There's a third one out here too. I wonder where he went. So this guy took off. I'm gonna give him enough time for his wake turbulence to clear out. And then I guess I'm gonna bring it on in for a landing. Technically not sunset yet, but. Wanna race? Okay, you win. Beautiful damn sunset for sure. Hands up, Bill! And then bleed it off. That wing is so damn fast, dude. It's insane. Did I drop that?
It came out of your thing. Here, you want me to get that?
Oh, no, I got it. Tell you what, if you'll open my bag up, I'll set it down on top of it, though. Oh. Can't believe you wouldn't want to go, Adam.
Well, I'll take the blame.
Well, y'all gonna be fucking with each other the whole way home.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, you didn't fly, chicken. Be like, you landed bad, dickhead.
Alrighty then, so that is that, my friends. The flying is over. I've been messing around with paramotors a bunch today. Probably do a bunch again tomorrow. Never fails, dudes. Never fails. I'm trying to get up here and beat this airplane. They're doing crop dusting out here. I guess you just watched the video. This is supposed to be the outro to that video, so they're still doing that. I got to maneuver amongst them with the vehicle and trailer, as well as I had two flyings. Yeah, they driving out on the taxiway. I guess I will too. But yeah, that was just an evening flight. Met up with those two guys, did some training with some students, and I'm gonna head over to, I think my brother's cooking something to eat. I may go meet him. All right then, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love, guys. Kyle out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Consider giving it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm throwing up, I'm putting a lot of extra time in these videos. Feel free to drop a couple of bucks in the tip jar down there at the Patreon. Links in the description. I don't say a lot about it. I don't want to pepper up my videos with just a please give me money type thing, but I feel like it needs to be said from time to time, just for the guys who don't know, or you got a couple bucks to spare. That stuff helps. Looks like I may be buying a new microphone soon. That's going to cost some money. I'm going to buy it either way, but again, if you like what I'm throwing out and the effort I'm putting in, tips are much appreciated. What I'm doing for the Patreon supporters is I'm releasing all the content immediately. Everything I make gets dumped on there pronto. There's no lag time. The second that I render it on my computer, the next time I touch the internet, it goes on there. I'm just trickling them out on the channel then 2 to 3 a week, depending on how many I've got stacked up in the stash. I will continue to make those and drop those, and I hope you continue to enjoy them. With that said, I'm gonna close her down and make sure this stuff is working correctly. I'll see you guys next time. Much love, everybody. Kyle out.